Welcome to another one of my little comparison videos. Today, we'll be looking at Dr. No, the VHS and the Laserdisc equivalent. You'll notice that both of them have been released by two different video companies. This one by CBS Fox, and this one by 20th Century Fox Video. This one is actually a year older than the VHS release. After all, it was 20th Century Fox that merged with CBS to make CBS Fox Video. And what I find pretty interesting is how consistent the covers are for most releases of this time. Even across the VHS. You'll notice that both of these are pretty much the same exact picture. However, Dr. No is written in red here, and it's written in white here. However, James Bond is written in red here, but yet there's nothing here. Now, there was another format at the time that Dr. No was released on as well. One that's a bit more obscure. They call it capacitance electric disc system. Basically, what I'm holding right here is a giant plastic sleeve. On the inside is a disc, which you would feed into the machine, push the play button, and then take this giant cover out. And what's interesting to note is that while the cover art is slightly different, the backs of both of them, I'm pretty sure, are exactly the same. Same pictures, same text and description at the bottom. I'll just kind of show a little bit here. So this is the capacitance electric disc text. And this is the Laserdisc text. It's kind of hard to say, it's almost a tongue twister. Now in case you're wondering how this works, this one I have for demonstration purposes. You'll notice that it's kind of broken in the corner. This allows me to take the disc in and out of this sleeve quite easily. So I'm going to do that now. It's kind of sunken in a little bit, so hopefully it'll be just fine. Just kind of open it. Therein is the disc. Now the interesting thing is, unlike Laserdisc, which uses lasers, obviously, to read the disc, this one is more like a record player. If you look really closely, you'll notice very tiny ridges along the way. It would be played with a needle. I would love to be able to show this one off and even compare it. However, these players are not only expensive, but they are also hard to find in good working condition. So for now, it'll just act as nice little centerpieces. I kind of thought to myself as I was looking at the covers of all these, I wonder what the book looked like. Well, I have one of the versions of the book right here. Kind of similar in style, both going for a very dark atmosphere. Both feature a very attractive woman. However, here she's front and center instead of being in the back. And also, you can see that James Bond is on the cover, but once again, has switched places with the attractive woman. Now this one is going to be a bit of a bonus because it'll be an unboxing video as well. I'm still amazed that even though this came out in 1982, it still hasn't even been opened yet. So I figured I'd just kind of show what it looks like wrapped in saran wrap before I start peeling it away. I do feel a little guilty because I highly doubt these are common to have in shrink wrap. But at the same time though, that's why I'm recording this. So that way I can document what opening this would look like. So there's a bit of a hole in the corner here. I'm just going to start there and work my way around. Okay, I think I almost got it. Just a little bit more. And there we go. Just look at that shine. It's amazing. Alright, and now let's take out the disc. Not sure if this one has a sleeve, so I'm just going to be very careful as I take it out. Good thing I was careful, there is no sleeve on this one. So this is the disc. You'll see it's by 20th Century Fox Video. And of course, it is double-sided. There was no way they were going to fit the whole movie on just one side. Slide that back in the sleeve. Oh, actually, there is a protective cover on the inside. Then, show what it looks like. Basically just a nice little plastic case to keep it from scratching. That was a nice little bonus. In addition to having the VHS and the 1982 release of the Laserdisc version, I also have the Connery collection, Special Edition Deluxe Letterbox Edition. So I figure, since I can't show off the capacitance electric disc version, I would be comparing the widescreen version to this version with the VHS. This should be quite interesting. The scene I will be comparing is an attempt on Bond's life. So without further ado, let's begin.
Underneath the mango tree, me honey and me make boolooloop soon. Underneath the moonlit sky, me honey and I come sit hand in hand. Underneath the moonlit sky, me honey and I come make fairyland. Mango, banana and tangerine, sugar and ice.
Stop it, Professor, and behind you. It's funny, I thought you'd turn up sooner or later. Sit down.
The girl talked.
But of course. I was suspicious at the Queen's Club, anyhow. When it turned out you were the only one who'd seen Strangway's new secretary. And then later at the lab, you made no reference to the fact that Strangway's samples were radioactive.
Very clever, Mr. Bond. But you're up against more than you know. You shoot me and you'll end up like Strangway's.
And you killed him?
He was killed, but never mind how.
Who are you working for, Professor?
You might as well know, as you won't live to use the information. I'm working for...
Mr. Smith & Wesson. And you've had your 6.